Welcome to SJN News. Today is, May 18th, 1980. I'm Sumbul Shaquille.
And I'm Jana Alonzo, and we're reporting live from Studio 7. Now, why don't we go over to the weather?
Good idea. Summer is finally here. The rest of the week is sunny, with temperature in the high 80s. Have fun outside, but don't forget your sunscreen and sunglasses. Yes, summertime is definitely here. People will be celebrating all kinds of things, except the Summer Olympics is one thing that will definitely not be celebrated this year.
Thanks to the tensions in Afghanistan right now, the Olympics have been boycotted by over 65 nations.
For those of you who don't know, it all started with the support of communism in Afghanistan. Military officials led by Nur Muhammad Taraki had overthrown President Mohammad Dawood Khan at the time.
The People's Party and the Banners Party in Afghanistan support communism and had created a new government that was very unpopular among the public. These groups and the new government had very close ties to the Soviet Union, which could have perhaps been the root of the problem.
I'm pretty sure that is what caused the Afghan war, between the government supported by the Soviets and the Afghan rebels, the Mujahideens, which are supported by the U.S. Afghanistan is a pretty strategic place for the Soviets to counter the U.S. alliance with Pakistan. It's in the middle of everything.
Oh, we've been talking forever. Let's take a break with this commercial. Welcome back. Let's continue talking about the boycott. Why did it happen, Sumbul?
Well, it all began when the Soviets invaded Afghanistan on December 24th, 1979. That's Christmas Eve! The U.S. wanted to protest this invasion and the Soviet troops still in Afghanistan. That's why the U.S. started the boycott of sending athletes to Moscow. There are many countries that agreed with the boycott, and some of them are Canada, West Germany, Israel, Chile, Haiti, Honduras, Paraguay, South Korea, China, and other Islamic nations that wanted to support the Muslims in Afghanistan.
This isn't the first time a boycott of the Olympics has happened due to political reasons. There was one in 1956 when Western Europe governments boycotted the Games in Melbourne because of a Soviet invasion in Hungary that year.
I feel bad for many athletes out there because they trained so hard and didn't even have a chance to compete. U.S. athletes were given consolation medals. Are you kidding me? Just those? Today we have here U.S. athlete Bob Bolt. He's a great runner. We're here with our interview with Bob. Welcome to SGN, Bob. How are you today?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
I'm really well. I understand that you were disappointed when you did not get to compete in the Moscow Summer Olympics this year. I feel the same because our country did not participate. Can you tell us a little bit about what you think?
Yes. Well, the President and the Congress believe that we should not go to Moscow and compete. But the decision was ultimately in the hands of the United States Olympic Committee. Obviously, they did not send athletes this year. I'm very angry because I have been training very hard for over 4 years for this moment, and they just take it away from me?
Is that the consolation medal, Bob?
Yes, it is.
I see.
Yes, it is.
It seems to me like they're mixing politics and sports together.
That is what angers me the most. Just because the Soviet Union won't leave Afghanistan doesn't mean that the countries have to drag in international sports and exploit not only the athletes but their fans as well. I think that in the future they should not involve things like the Olympics and mix them up with politics.
I agree with you, Bob. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate you coming down here today.
You're welcome.
Welcome back to the studio.
I wonder when this will all end, and if the Soviets will pull out. What do you think, Sumbul?
Well, I think the Soviets should leave Afghanistan and withdraw all its troops, because then there will be tensions and disagreements between the Soviets, Afghanistan, and U.S.
Thanks for watching. See you next week on SJN News.
Bye! Welcome to SJN. Hi, how are you, Bob?
SDN? Really? What does that stand for?
Hey, it's the best we could come up with.
Really? Really? Really?
Welcome to SJN. How are you, Bob?
Oh, wait, 1 second. Stop that for a second.